What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be giving out my midseason grades for the Cleveland Browns. And of course, you guys already know how this is going to go down. I'm going to be grading our offense, defense, and special teams, as well as our coaching staff. And then, of course, you got the free agency signings and the draft class that I will be grading as well. Now, it's very important to note that some of our free agent signings and rookies have not touched the field this year for many reasons. Some of our free agent signings have opted out or they just straight up didn't make the team. And some of our rookies just haven't seen the field because they're second or third stringers. And, Grant Delpit, he's hurt. So we're not going to see him this year. We'll see him next year. And hopefully he balls out next year. Hopefully the injury didn't affect his speed, because that's one thing about him. He's very rangy. He's one of those ball hawk safeties. And if he was not hurt, he would have been starting instead of Sendeislo. But yeah, I'll talk about the defense in a little while. Now, after my grades, I will be predicting the second half of the season for the Cleveland Browns. And of course, we got some very important games coming up, including a stretch where we face the Texans, the Eagles, and the Jaguars, teams that we really haven't been able to beat as of late. So, very important start to our second half if we want to make the playoffs. And of course, as you can tell by the playoff picture, we're in a dogfight for the 6th and 7th playoff spot. So we got a fight on our hands, and hopefully we can string together some dubs to hopefully make the playoffs for the first time since 2002. Because that would be amazing, make the playoffs this year and maybe do some damage. You never know, right? Once you get in, you never know what's going to happen. That's the beauty of the playoffs. But anyways, with that being said, let's get right into my grades. And of course, it's only fair that I start off with the offensive side of the ball. Of course, our offensive coordinator this year is Alex Van Pelt. And the best part about Alex Van Pelt is not only is he our offensive coordinator, but he's also the quarterback's coach. So he's working with the offense and Baker Mayfield at the same time. And so far, I've seen a vastly improved offense and Baker Mayfield, because the best part is, Alex and Kevin Stefanski are working hand in hand. I've even heard that they've been, scheming way ahead in the game. Like, we're talking like during the first quarter, and they're already getting plays ready for the third and fourth quarter, depending on the situation. Like, you love to see that, compared to last year where I didn't really hear much from Freddie and Todd Monken talking amongst each other. We got Alex and freaking Kevin. They're always talking to each other, man. They're always communicating, and you love to see that. I think Alex Van Pelt may be one of our best OCs in a while. I mean, this dude is out here scheming to Baker Mayfield's strengths. We're talking bootlegs, rollouts, and play action. A lot of that. And you love to see that. Not to mention, we're leaning heavily on the run game, which we saw that from Kevin Stefanski in Minnesota. And so far, it's been very effective. Now, in terms of my grade for Alex Van Pelt so far this season, I'm going to give him a solid A-, because when Chubb was out there, Chubb was very effective. The running game was effective. And Baker was essentially just told to take care of the ball. Short, mid-range passes, maybe go deep every once in a while. But, yeah, we saw a lot of play action and a lot of play action bootleg / rollouts. And you love to see that, because that gets Baker out of the pocket. Of course, he's not as tall as some of these other quarterbacks, so he really can't see over the line that well, and rolling out allows him to see the field better. And we've also seen that he's way more effective when he does that as well. And, yeah, you love to see it. Now, also, Alex Van Pelt has been very creative. We've seen Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham freaking out here throwing the football. Like, bro, we could legit have 3 quarterbacks on the field at the same time, and you wouldn't even know it. That's freaking crazy, bro. Freaking love seeing Jarvis throw the football. I know it hurts him a little bit, but hey, he can really throw a dime. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I don't want to see that all the time. But yeah, I like the plays that they're drawing up. But in terms of AVP, I'm giving him an A-. And in terms of the offense, I'm giving the offense a solid B+. I mean, with Chubb out there, it was definitely an A+, but when Chubb got hurt, We saw them kind of go away from the running game a little bit. Of course, it didn't really help that Kareem Hunt was battling an injury, so that didn't really help matters. And they wound up relying more on Baker's arm. And of course, as we know, Baker Mayfield is a gunslinger, and he's prone to making mistakes. And we saw a lot of mistakes during Chubb's absence, but good news for you. Chubb's coming back. So hopefully we see a more run-heavy offense, and maybe we can string some dubs together, like I said. Because when we were winning those 4 straight games, we were dropping 30 points a game, and the run game was insanely effective. So hopefully we see more of that coming up here in the second half. And now we go to the defensive side of the ball. And while the offense was looking great, the defense, not so much. Now, of course, it hasn't really helped that there's been injuries all over the place. Delpit, Myles Garrett's been hurt. Vernon, he just isn't really much of anything. Sheldon's been banged up. Everybody's been banged up. It's football. What do you expect, It ain't pretty. People get hurt. And, no Greedy, no Delpit. Freaking Jacob Phillips has been out. How funny. The 3 LSU Tigers on defense are all hurt. Bruh, what's up with that, too? Freaking LSU players on our team all getting hurt. What is with LSU, bruh? Did they, sell their soul for that championship and now all their players, paying the price for it? For real, what's up with that? I mean, seriously, bro. What is up with that? I mean, golly, man. For real, all of our LSU players are hurt. Coincidence? I don't know. But yeah, that's scary. But yeah, I mean, injuries haven't really helped Joe Woods and his, scheming. Of course, we all have heard that, Joe Woods' scheme on defense is one of the, toughest to get down. And we saw a lot of miscommunications week 1, and things really haven't gotten better since because our defense has been getting diced up left and right by guys like Joe Burrow and Derek Carr. And our run defense has been pretty good, but they got beat pretty bad by Josh Jacobs the last time we played. And now we got to play probably Duke Johnson. No David Johnson this week. It'll be Duke Johnson. So we'll see what he does against our run defense. But yeah, linebackers actually aren't the main issue. It's mainly our pass rush, aside from Myles Garrett, and our secondary. Mainly Sunday Slow. Yeah. I mean, aside from Ronnie Harrison, Miles, Denzel, Malcolm Smith, BJ Goodson, and maybe even Money Mitch, everyone else has been kind of sus. When they aren't hurt, they aren't playing well. It's the way it is, And in terms of Joe Woods, I hate zone defense, and I've seen a lot of zone. I'm going to probably give Joe Woods probably a D+, because honestly, it ain't looking good for him. Getting dimed up by freaking Derek Carr and getting run all over by Josh Jacobs and all these other guys ain't helping your case. And again, injuries aren't helping matters, but maybe we'll see an improved defense thanks to the bye week and guys getting healthy. But I'm going to give Joe Woods probably a C-, D+ around there. And for the overall defense, I'm probably going to give it probably a C-, mainly because those players that I mentioned, Ronnie, Denzel, Miles, BJ, Malcolm, Money Mitch, they're balling. Everyone else, meh, those guys are carrying the defense, essentially. I mean, Miles is literally the whole pass rush. I mean, when he goes off the field, our pass rush is pretty much non-existent aside from Adrian Claiborne occasionally getting into the quarterback. Sheldon Richardson is getting to the quarterback more than some of our pass rushers. That's freaking sad. And he's an interior defensive lineman, mainly there to stop the run. And he's getting to the quarterback more than freaking Vernon, bro. But what are you doing? Vernon finally got 2 sacks against the Raiders, and all it took was Myles Garrett getting hurt and being out pretty much most of the game, of course. I wish we would have seen, more from Vernon, but he's just not that good. He ain't good at all. But yeah, defense mainly C-, C-. Joe Woods probably D+. It's the way it is. I mean, it doesn't really help that his system is one of the hardest to learn. If he sticks around for next year, I expect a much better defense, especially because, Delpit and them will be back. But yeah, it ain't it right now. Now, in terms of special teams, Prefer is the only returning coordinator. And for the most part, I'm going to probably give him a C. Special teams really hasn't been all that, especially on coverage. We gave up a freaking kick return, kick 6. Yeah, kick return touchdown right after we had a pick six. So, of course, that hurts it. Parkey has been all right. Gillen, when he was healthy, he's healthy now, but he was actually hurt for a little while. I was kind of scared, are we going to see Parkey punt? But thank God we didn't see that. But yeah, Gillen's been all right. He's been booming punts. Parkey's been hitting his field goals and extra points. Of course, he's missed a couple. It's Cody Parkey. What do you expect? But yeah, he's been all right. Other than that, special teams, it's probably going to be a C, C plus. For Prefer, it's probably going to be a regular C. Average, meh. Now, looking at our free agency signings, of course, we're going to start off with Jack Conklin. I'm going to give him a straight up A plus because, before him, we really had nothing at right tackle. Austin Hooper, I'm going to give him a B. Case Keenum, incomplete because we haven't seen him much. Claiborne, I'm going to give him probably a C, C plus. Haven't seen much of him, but he has gotten to the quarterback a little bit, so that prevents him from getting a lower grade. I'm going to give him probably a C plus. BJ Goodson, probably B plus. Carl Joseph, I'm going to give him probably a B minus because he's been hurt, but he's back. Janovich, he's been hurt, I guess, but I'm going to give him probably an A minus because he's a really good blocker. Billings, he opted out, incomplete. Kevin Johnson, probably going to give him probably a B minus, maybe a C plus. JoJo Natson got hurt really early in the year. He's pretty much incomplete because he was really only a punt returner. Sendejo, quintuple F minus. He's a bum. Evan Brown, practice squad guy. He's off the team now, I believe. And Donovan Olomba didn't even make the team. So there you go. Those are our free agency signings. And our draft class, Jedrick Wills, I'm going to give him a B plus. He's looking really good, but he does have his moments where he does kind of look like a rookie, The penalties, the false starts and all that, he hasn't given up many sacks. We've only given up 11 through 8 games, which is very impressive. But yeah, Wills has been fantastic compared to Greg Robinson. Oh, for sure. He's not a guaranteed false start a game, which is fantastic. He'll have one every now and then, but he's been pretty good. I'm going to give him a B plus. He's still young. He's still learning. He'll get better as the season goes on. Grant Delpit, out for the year. Incomplete. Jordan Elliott, he's a backup. I'm probably going to give him a B minus. He's all right when he's on the field. Jacob Phillips, he's been hurt. I'm probably going to give him maybe a B minus, a solid B. Harrison Bryant, A. Straight up, an A. Maybe even an A plus. He's been arguably the best rookie aside from Wills. Nick Harris doesn't play. Backup center, incomplete. Donovan Peoples-Jones, mainly our punt returner, but he's starting to get more time at receiver with Odell out. I am going to give him a solid B plus just because of that clutch touchdown catch he had against the Bungles. So those are our draft picks. Overall, I'm going to give our draft class a solid, I'm going to give it a B. And our free agency class, I'm going to give it probably a B plus because, mainly those guys up top there, Conklin and Hooper, they've been balling. BJ Goodson, that was a diamond in the rough right there. I was hoping we were going to get New York Giants BJ Goodson, and it looks like we have. Other guys like Janovich, he's contributed. Kevin Johnson's contributed. It's good to see. Carl Joseph's done some good stuff too. It's just that he's been hurt. Claiborne, he's the only other pass rusher that's been able to do anything besides Myles Garrett. That's really saying something. But yeah, I like what we did. Free agency signings, I'm probably going to give them a B. The final grade for the draft class, probably B plus. And then for the Browns overall, I'm going to give them a straight up, probably a B overall. Maybe a B, B minus, maybe even a C. But yeah, around that range, probably a B. So yeah, there you go. Now let's talk about the second half of the schedule for the Browns, of course. This week we got the Houston Texans. I got that going as a dub. Next week we got the Philadelphia Eagles at home. I could see us winning that game, but I could also see us losing. That's a toss-up to me. I'm going to say we eke out a close victory. So that's 2-0 out of the bye. Then we go to Jacksonville, a team that we have had trouble beating as of late. I got us beating them. Jacksonville kind of sucks, and I think Miles could wreak havoc against them. But knowing us, who knows what's going to happen. It's in Jacksonville. This game was supposed to be in London, but of course, the virus prevented that. I think that's kind of a blessing in disguise. I didn't want to see this team playing in London. Let's be real. But yeah, I got us beating Jacksonville. So 3-0 out of the bye. Then we head to Tennessee. This is going to be a very tough game. I don't know if we can stop Derrick Henry with this defense. I actually have us losing to the Titans. Then we host the Ravens on Monday Night Football. I had us splitting with the Ravens, and that still stands true. I have us beating Baltimore on Monday Night Football. So there you go. And then we head to Jersey for 2 weeks, and I got us sweeping those. So there you go there. And then we have Pittsburgh at home, and I have us splitting with them. So overall, I have what, 1 loss, 2 losses. I think we could probably lose that Philly game. I think for the benefit of the doubt, I'm gonna have us losing to Houston. Actually, yeah, I got us losing coming out of the bye. Maybe we're a little rusty. We're still trying to wake up coming out of the bye. I could see us losing to Houston or Philly, one of those two. I think we lose one of those 2 games. So we lose 2 games, in the second half of the season. And, there you go. We wind up 11-5. How about that? Make the playoffs for the first time since 2002, and we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But I got 11-5, 10-6, But these first 3 games are very crucial for us. But yeah, I got us 11-5, 10-6. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Give me your grades for the Browns so far this season, and of course, give me your second half predictions, as we have a very important second half coming up. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. You can thumbs down if you want. It doesn't really matter. It still shows that you watched the video. Of course, subscribe if you're new, and hit that bell so you get my notifications when I go live and when I post new videos. So until then, I'm Crazy Dog 99, and I will see you. I was going to see you on Saturday, but of course, the Buckeyes Maryland game got canceled because of COVID. Yeah, because Maryland got COVID, apparently. It's tough. But I'll see you guys probably maybe Saturday night. I might go live on Saturday night. Do a little Browns, pre-game game day eve stream. But until then, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns, and I'm out.